What do you too? This is your boy Smooth Guy. Today, man, we back to another reaction of 3 short horror films. Look, man, we're gonna get straight into it because you already know my slogan. I don't do no talking. Gang, gang.
My mother told me, once is chance, twice is luck. But 3 is certain.
Started just as a habit. Around the house, like turning the light switch on and off for good luck. But from there, it just spiraled.
What motivates these actions?
Just the sudden urge. Like a voice is telling me to do it.
What happens if you don't listen? Have you been practicing or reciting your mantra in times of distress? Neutralize the fear. I am in control. Neutralize the fear. I am in control. Neutralize the fear.
I'm in control. Neutralize the fear. I am in control.
Allie, your OCD has completely consumed you. You can't just live in fear and isolation anymore. But if you expect for things to get any better, you're gonna have to work for it. Now, I want you to try and challenge yourself. Tonight, break a ritual. Try doing something just once. Anything you want. I want you to see how you feel and what happens as a result of your actions.
What is wrong with her? First of all, look where you stay at. Put it down. What she thought was gonna happen? You was in there rubbing that knife like that. Y'all didn't see that back there? One more time.
Neutralize the fear. I'm in control. Neutralize the fear.
Neutralize the fear. I'm in control.
Cause he in the house with you. Don't turn around.
What? Two.
Like, why she just can't go to bed? Like, what's she doing?
One, two, three. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god.
1, 2, 3.
Is it like another girl chase her or something? Shit, you crying for? You better get ready to fight back. This motherfucker crazy.
One, two, three.
I thought she killed her.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? No, 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 no. Get away from me. 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 No, just stop me. Why are you doing this?
You broke the ritual.
You don't have
One.
to do this. You don't have to do this. You don't, no, 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 no. No, you don't have to do this. Please stop. No, no, no. Oh, God. No, no, no.
So who did? Is it all real? Was she fake? Like something going on? Like what? Like who did she kill? Why she got blood on her? Like dang, man. I mean, look, man, if y'all got better insight on what just happened than I do, then you leave a comment or something and let me know what the hell was going on with this short film, because I don't know. But hey, man, on to the next. So, this next film is from the one and only Llama Arts, man. Look, man, Llama Arts is one of my favorite short horror film creators, man. Like, I probably stay up. I mean, like I said, they drop something, I'm watching it, period. Like, it is what it is. But hey, man, we're gonna get straight into it.
We live on several acres in rural Indiana, USA. Our neighbors aren't too far apart, but we all live on a lot of property. On our properties, we have a lot of trees, and our neighbor doesn't maintain their property well, so a lot of it's overgrown. You know, a couple of fallen trees and a lot of downed branches. We knew the state of their property was probably because it was an older couple that owned the house and the property was vast. We have a creek separating our homes as well, but a small strip of their property is accessible from our backyard. Due to the overgrowth in trees, we weren't able to see much of their property when we first moved in the summer, and of course we didn't go onto their land because we didn't want to trespass. One night, my daughter and her friend were camping in the backyard and ran
That's a new
inside,
graphic?
swearing that they heard a kid laughing or crying in our backyard. I figured it was their imagination from too many scary stories while in the tent, but went out to investigate briefly just in case. I heard a faint noise coming from just beyond our property line. I moved the flashlight into the general direction and called out to whoever may be in the trees. The sound stopped. I decided it was probably just a couple of stray cats, but just in case, I had the girls set up the tent in the living room. The next day, after taking my daughter's friend home, curiosity got the best of me, and I decided to investigate the area by our property line. As I neared the line of trees, I saw a small path I had never noticed before. Since I knew my neighbors were too far and the trees were too thick, they couldn't see me on their property, so I stepped onto the small path. I walked slowly, looking down, watching for poison ivy and fallen branches. I wasn't too far in when I saw a dirty, broken kid's toy on the ground, wrapped in overgrown weeds. I looked up, and in the distance I saw a small, white shed-like structure. As I got closer, there were more and more toys scattered on the ground, some partially buried, all broken and dirty. Then there was barbed wire, and I could see the front of the shed and realized it was a large playhouse with a wooden alphabet decorating
Take
the
your butt
outside.
over there.
I was starting to feel uneasy. This playhouse was at least half a mile or more from the only house on the property. I stopped in my tracks, letting my imagination go a little, when I felt a tap on my shoulder. I must have jumped a foot off the ground, only to turn around and see that my daughter had followed me. Once my heart slowed down, I decided to get a closer look. There was more broken barbed wire fencing on the ground the closer we got. The window on the side was broken, and there was a hole in the roof. There was a broken train set, one a kid would be able to ride on. The front door had a white piece of wood set to lock someone in, not keep people out. At this point, my daughter was in full panic mode and begging for us to walk back to our house.
Exactly.
But
Listen
I had
to
to
your
at least
daughter.
look through the window, or my mind would wander with all the possibilities of what could be in there. As I was stepping to the side of the shed, my daughter was following close behind. In her fear, she was paying more attention to me than where she was stepping, and she cut her leg pretty deep on some barbed wire that was hidden in overgrowth. I quickly glanced inside the window, only to see a partially dirt floor and broken wood, and a large wooden bench with a dark stain on top. I picked up my daughter, who was determined her leg was going to fall off. We left the neighbor's property, and I took her to the doctor to get a tetanus shot and get her cleaned up. That night after dinner, I let the dog out, but couldn't get her to come back in. I let her stay outside for a while and checked again a little later. Our dog still wouldn't come in, and I noticed she was standing by the path we took earlier. I grabbed a flashlight and her leash and headed out to her. She was pacing, whining, and sniffing around everywhere. I figured it was from the blood earlier, but she never ventured onto the path. Then, I heard the giggling of a little girl. I called out to the child, but there was no answer in return, just some rustling in the leaves. I ran inside with the dog to check on my daughter to make sure that she was still in the house. She was laying in bed, fast asleep. The next morning, I went straight to the playhouse, but as I was approaching, something was wrong. The broken toys seemed to be in different places, and when I got to the playhouse, my heart felt like it was a ton of bricks. All over the side of the playhouse were children's drawings, in my
Dang.
daughter's blood.
That was crazy. Definitely was short, sweet, but man, I didn't get scared out of that. Hey, on to the next.
Normani Home Security.
That shit scared me.
Walk time. Come on.
Alright, so what you do is now, leave that right there. You walk out like you ain't nothing going on, you don't feel no pressure.
Come on.
Get the fuck out the house.
Let's go. Come on.
Just walk out.
Come on. Come on. Have a seat. Come on. Let's go, Ethan. Let's go.
Motion detected.
Go for a walk. Come on. Outside.
Detected. Motion detected. Motion detected.
What?
Motion detected.
Oh my God. Look, you got the door right there. Just go out the door. Don't go looking for it.
Motion detected. Motion detected. Motion detected. Motion detected. Motion detected. Virus found. Please restart application.
on two-door Monty Home Security.
Oh man, I think they're probably the best one I don't seen today, man. Like the rest of them probably didn't make no sense, but man, I felt like if he tried to leave, he was gonna die anyway. Like, I don't think that thing was gonna really just let him leave like that. You feel me? But I felt like once you would have seen that, boom, I seen her take off run or something. You know, I don't know what I do in the situation, bro, but I know first thing I do is try to head out that door. Instead of keep on fucking looking and all, nah, head out there. You can have this fucking house. You feel me? But they'll do it for the day because you already know my slogan. Like, subscribe. You already know what it is. You gotta like, man. You gotta subscribe. And you already know my slogan. I don't do no talking. Gang, gang.